Hiya. I hope you're all well and that you've had a good weekend. Um, Today I was going to read a story that a colleague sent to me that she has written. Her stories are called Sophie's Stories, and she's written one about children staying at home. And it's called The Stay Home Superhero. So I thought I would like to read this to you today. So, the Stay Home Superheroes. Once upon a time, there was a big, busy world. In this big, busy world, there lived a little boy called William. William loved going to school to play with his friends, going to the park with his mum, and going swimming with his dad. But one day, everything started to change. William heard on the news that there was a big problem. This problem was so big that it started to spread over the whole world. All the grown-ups were talking about it. All the children were talking about it. In fact, every single person in the whole world was talking about it. Everyone started to feel worried and scared about the big problem. Soon the big problem caused some big changes. At first, Daddy stopped going to work. Then Mummy stopped taking him swimming. Then he found out that school was cancelled, and day by day the big, busy world he lived in got quieter and quieter and quieter. William was so confused. He felt scared too. He had so many questions. What was going on? Would it be okay? How could they stop the big problem? He went to ask his mummy all of his big questions. It's okay to be scared and worried, she said. Lots of other children feel that way. Even adults feel scared too sometimes. She gave him a big hug. But all the very best, cleverest people in the whole world are working hard to fix the big problem. Right now, she explained. This made him feel a little bit better. Surely the cleverest people in the world could find a way to fix it. But it was such a big problem, and he was still a bit scared. He had to do something. Mummy explained that there were lots and lots of special helpers working hard to save the world and stop the problem. Like superheroes, said William. Just like superheroes, said Mummy, smiling. William wanted to be a superhero too. This was his chance. Super William to the rescue. He jumped up, ready to run outside and join all the other superheroes to fight off the big problem and save the world. But his mummy stopped him and locked the door. Hey, how can I help fight the big problem if I'm stuck inside? He asked. Well, we do need you to help. Everyone is going to have to help solve this big problem, and you are going to have a very special job indeed. You are going to become a stay-home superhero. William had never heard of that kind of superhero before. Mummy told him that stay-home superheroes could help fight off the big problem by using their stay-home superpowers. But what were they? He tried so hard, but he didn't have super strength or super speed either. In fact, he felt exactly the same as before. The big problem can't be solved with super strength or super speed. The big problem will only stop growing if all the new superheroes use their stay-home superpower to stay at home. In fact, if all the new stay-home superheroes work together, the big problem will get smaller and smaller and smaller every single day until it goes away, Mummy explained. But staying home's a boring superpower, said William in a grump. Boring? No way! You have the superpower to make this fun, and staying home is how you can help to save the world. There's nothing more powerful than that. Just staying home and having fun could save the whole world. And he could be a real-life superhero. William started to feel excited. He started to feel powerful too. He couldn't wait to tell all his friends that they could turn into stay-home superheroes just like him. William got to work quickly. using his superhero creativity to think of all the fun things he could do at home. He made a long list with his mummy and daddy. Pillow forts and cooking and games and dancing and puppet shows and singing and movies and more. Even better, William found out he could still play in the garden and go outside too, as long as he stayed away from all the other superheroes who lived in different houses. They could wave to each other and wink because they all knew the special job they were doing. William did miss playing with his friends and going swimming and to the park. Then he remembered how important his new superhero job was. He was helping to save the whole world, and that made him feel so good inside. He was very proud of himself. Then he fired up his superpowers, ready to find something fun to do. William, the stay-at-home superpower, and all his superhero friends worked hard together to help save the world, all without leaving their homes. And now you know, you can be a superhero too. So this story, as I said, was written by Sophie at Sophie Stories, and I will put the link to her website in the comments below. But yeah, so the idea is that by staying home, we can help solve the problem and find some really fun things to do. And so the rest of this week, I'm going to post videos with some ideas of some things you can do, and about also helping you to feel safer in yourself, and how, if you've got any really difficult feelings, how you might be able, what you might be able to do to help with that. I know that a lot of children are missing their friends, and how can they still stay connected with their friends during this time. And we might, I'll think up some ideas of what you could possibly do to help feel and stay connected with your friends at this time. And also, the difficult feelings of maybe some worries about what's happening at the moment and how long it might be going on for. So all of those is, it's a difficult time for everybody, and there might be lots of different feelings that people have. It might be hard being stuck inside in a house with your family. It might be really fun, it might be really enjoyable. Everyone's going to have different experiences, and also different days. Like some days it might feel like it's great, and then other days it might feel like, whoa, this is a bit too much. I really want to get away from my brothers and sisters, or I really want to go somewhere and I can't, or I really miss this particular friend and I really wish I could see them. So some days are going to be harder than others, and some people will find this much easier than other people, and everybody's different. So yeah, I will be sharing some different ideas and some activities that we can do together that can maybe help with some of those feelings that you might be having. So I'll be posting again tomorrow. I hope you have a lovely evening and stay safe.